Next up at UFC Charlotte, we have the rebooked Karl Williams taking on Chase Sherman. This fight was originally supposed to happen as a short notice fight a few weeks back. Chase Sherman was supposed to fight Chris Barnett. Chris Barnett dropped. Karl Williams stepped in, ready to go. Then on fight night, after our DraftKings lineups locked, Chase Sherman dropped out of that fight, and this whole thing fell apart. It has now been rebooked, maybe 3 weeks. I forget how long ago that was. But we have Karl Williams taking on Chase Sherman. Karl Williams, 8-1 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. Coming off his first official UFC win, he's taking on Chase Sherman, 16-11, 1-4 in his last 5. Coming off that loss to Waldo Cortez. Karl Williams, powerful striker. He's always looking to send that right hand. He sends everything with power, but he does manage to keep those straight and solid, meaning earlier we talked about, what's her name, fighting Jessica Rose Clark, sending everything with loops. Karl is sending stuff with power, but straight up the middle, landing nice and fast, not wasting any of that time, throwing in some looping action there. And what I like about it, we talked about this the few times we broke him down, is if he thinks he has you out, he's going to look for that finish. And if he doesn't get it, he will back off, reset, and then just continue to fight. So he's very, very composed for a guy with 9 professional fights. He could wrestle as well. We've talked about this also several times. On the Contender Series, he out-wrestled a very good Division I wrestler. He out-wrestled the dude. Took him down a few times.
Penn
Same
State
with Lucas.
Wrestler. Not
Had
just
8
Division I.
Exactly. The best Division I team. He had 8 takedowns against Lucas Brzeski. Jimmy Lawson was the Penn State wrestler. He took him down 3 times. So not only does he have power in his hands, he has wrestling, which is why the line is what it is. Because he's taking on Chase Sherman. Chase Sherman is a good boxer. He does have nice footwork. He's he's got solid speed, doesn't move his head at all. His head will never move, which is why when you see his negative striking differential in second, you're not going to be very surprised. But the dude is absolutely tough as nails. For the most part, has good takedown defense, right? Alexander Romanov sort of took him down whenever he wanted to. But outside of that, very good takedown defense, very good volume at 6 significant strikes per minute. But he is very, very, very hittable. I got to go Karl Williams all the way. Very confident in Karl Williams. Honestly, one of the easier parlays on this card, which I haven't done yet, I'll probably do, is Karl Williams and then the over on the girl fight, the Ji Yoon Kim fight. The over on rounds there is probably a pretty solid parlay. Keep saying it. So very confident in Karl Williams. Probably going to blow through Chase Sherman. What do you think, Jake?
You're going to blow Chase Sherman?
Right through him. How else do you think we get these retweets? Just happening organically? Can you talk about the fight or? I'll wait. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to wait as long as you're going to wait. Can you please break down this fight?
Can we please move on? Says Angelo. Yeah. Listen, I'm a big Karl Williams fan. I got burnt by Joey T. He's in the chat. Told me, because I was watching that Contender Series fight. We were doing a live stream Contender Series fight, and Joey T's like, oh, this Penn State wrestler is going to take down Karl Williams and dominate him. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, he's a Penn State wrestler. And Karl Williams came in and just absolutely embarrassed that guy, just absolutely double-legging him, taking him down, controlling him. And I see the same thing happen in this fight. I think he's going to come over, throw that big right hand into a takedown, and really kind of maul Chase Sherman and really try to find that finish that he wasn't able to find in those last couple fights. But, there is a world. Karl Williams does get tired. And he gets tired because he's working, right? I mean, he's not getting tired because he's just not doing anything. He's not one of those heavyweights that all of a sudden it's like 2 minutes of action, now he's tired. It's like, what's going on here? He's getting tired because he is working. He's getting the takedowns. He's trying to get the finish. And when he does get tired, he doesn't quit. He's not one of those guys that's getting tired and he's going to quit. But there is an outside world where he is getting the takedowns, but Chase is tough and surviving. Now we're in the second round. Now he can't quite get the takedowns. And Chase is one of those perfect heavyweights for this situation because he's not a one-punch knockout power guy. He's kind of a volume guy. And if you're not taking him down. He's able to kind of throw the volume and throw the volume and throw the volume. That's how he can kind of win this fight, is basically survive early, get to the second round, defend those takedowns, and then just volume. If he starts headhunting, he's just going to get taken down versus Karl, because Karl can work through the fatigue to still get takedowns even when he is tired. But if Chase just kind of takes his time and kind of pokes at him when he's able to poke at him, there is a world where Chase is able to kind of sneak out the end of the second round, and then Karl is tired in the third round and he wins that fight. But I don't see that happening. I think Karl comes in, gets the double leg, gets him down, and really chases those finishes that he really kind of deserves in my mind, against a guy in Chase Sherman who is durable but just not very good kind of anywhere in this fight. So I'm a big Karl Williams fan. I love him for this division. I think he can be a guy for this division. He is aggressive, and I just love his attitude coming into these fights. So I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done early, and I'm excited for him. This should be a fun fight for him.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. And, credit to the UFC for at least keeping Chase Sherman around for a little bit. Because that guy, yeah, he's 1-4 in his last 5. He's got a bunch of losses.
Isn't
but he's stepped up on short notice so many times, though.
11 or something in the UFC or something crazy.
It's not great, but like literally more than half those losses, I bet, were short notice step-ups.
Yeah, he shows up.
The Alexander Romanov loss, he stepped up on a week's notice to get that. Like he's done that quite a few times.
10. He has 10 losses in the UFC in 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's 4-10 in the UFC.
So he started his UFC career as 12-1. Then they chewed him up and then spit him out. Poor guy. Anyway, I actually like Chase Sherman quite a bit. He's never in a boring fight. Always coming forward. Always durable as well. He's not just going to go out there, get hit in the face, and be like, boom, that's it. Like, he'll be there hanging out, trying to get it done. But I will spend that $9,400 on Karl Williams. Will you as well?
Yeah, he's going to be in my DraftKings for sure.
He sure will. He sure will. And if you want to see who else...
Sherman will.
You want to see who else will be in some of our DraftKings lineups and our picks for DraftKings and other DraftKings information, be like the community. One of our premium members just won $78,000 using our insight, our advice, our tools to build a lineup, made a fortune. That could be you. WeWantPicks.com, just $10. It probably won't be, by the way. It's not that easy. But WeWantPicks.com, just $10 a month to unlock everything you could ever want. Let's check up. We got a whole bunch of super chats and a comment. Couple of comments. One, Ben from the Colony. We go to the Colony all the time. Big fan of the Grandscape.
I don't go anywhere, so.
Jacob doesn't go anywhere. I go to the Colony. Grandscape, you go to Topgolf. We've been to Topgolf. That's the Colony.
All the time. When's the last time you've been to the Colony?
We just went there for the freaking.
Okay, the time before that.
I
go twice a year.
I have been 5 times in the last month and a half.
I'd like to see some receipts on that.
There's literally receipts because we're putting carpet in.
Now.
Came from.
Put this slide away. Get out your.
You know what? You know what's so funny?
Your bank account.
Here you go. You know what's so funny? You're
about to dox yourself. Let's see it. You better be real careful with that.
I am. I'm not going to show that. Anyway, okay, I'll show you this.
I wouldn't do that.
This is from the Colony. I'm not going to show the receipt. Thank you, Jacob.
Nebraska furniture. We love Nebraska furniture, Mark.
We do. That place is phenomenal. Anyway,
it's phenomenal. I got all this furniture, this big ass room, and this big ass room. You know how much money it costs to furnish this fucking lavish penthouse? All of it came from Nebraska.
It's a Murphy bed. All this you
hear this echo? It echoes.
It actually did. That's because it's vacant. You pulled down your Murphy bed. All right, $5 super chat from Joe Todoro. Every time Karl Williams fights now, Jacob won't let me live it down. I mean, it is kind of a bad.
You were so sure of yourself, Joe.
Yeah, that's a bad look.
And I should have known because you are biased for those Pennsylvania guys and everything, the New Jersey guys and everything like that. So, but that was not a fun moment for me on that live stream.
Yeah, 100%. Alan, $5 super chat. I remember a 14-fight win streak for Jacob.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't.
Oh, hell yeah.
$10 for premium is cheaper than 2 cups of coffee here in California. Alan, we appreciate you very much. That $10 for premium, it's literally, there's people selling just a tiny piece of
We should make it $5.
Nope. I will lose money at $5. That won't cover the overhead. But it super cheap not cheap because the product is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Super affordable, incredible value. And this challenge still stands. This is serious. This isn't me just talking trash. If you find somebody else's premium, or you've come across somebody else, whether it's a large organization or a small one, that is selling something in premium that we do not have, let me know. We'll take a serious look at it, see if it's something we can add. We did get one suggestion for historical DraftKings pricing. We can try to figure that out. And if you find somebody that has better value, let us know. Let us know. $2 super chat from IB Win. IB Win, you guys are the best in the business. A couple of hundred emojis. Thank you very much, IB Win.
Appreciate that. That was his first ever super chat, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Genuinely appreciated. And welcome to the show.
Live long and prosper.
Okay. Thanks for telling me not to dox myself. I 100% was going to hold up that carpet receipt.
Live long and prosper.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it's from fucking nerd bullshit. Star Trek.